Lesson 7.1. Vocabulary. Foods. Beans. Bread. Bun. Rice. Noodles. Beef. Pork. Fish. Shrimp. Oyster. Clam. Seafood. Mutton. Lamb. Chicken. Tofu. Milk. Cheese. Lesson 7.1. Answers. Do you have a lot of tomatoes? Yes, I do. I have many. No, I don't. I have just a few. Does he have a lot of bread? Yes, he does. He has much. No, he doesn't. He has just a little. Does she have a lot of rice? Yes, she does. She has plenty. No, she doesn't. She has only a bit. Do they have a lot of garlic? Yes, they do. They have much. No, they don't. They have just a little. Do you have a lot of beans? Yes, I do. I have lots. No, I don't. I have only a few. Do they have a lot of time? Yes, they do. They have plenty. No, they don't. They have just a bit. Do you have a lot of problems? Yes, I do. I have many. No, I don't. I have just a few. Lesson 7.2, Vocabulary, Ingredients. Spice, chili, ginger, garlic, onion, shallot, flour, sugar, oil, vinegar, coconut, lime leaves, bay leaves, cassava leaves, papaya flower. Containers and groupings. Boxes of, bags of, bunches of, bottles of, containers of, cartons of, heads of. Lesson 7.2, Answers. There are few chickens. There is much chicken. There are many chilies. There is plenty of chili. There are few coconuts. There is much coconut. There are few heads of lettuce. There is a lot of lettuce. There are many blocks of tofu. There is much tofu. There are few bunches of bananas. There is little banana. There are quite a few boxes of sugar. There is a lot of sugar. There are not many bottles of oil. There is much oil. Lesson 7.3, Vocabulary. Things to do. Make a cake. Make juice. Plant flowers. Have a game. Fill me up. Quench my thirst. Breathe. Catch the plane. Buy the statue. Build a house. Stick up the poster. Put the furniture. Lesson 7.3, Answers. Why are there so few eggs? Aren't there enough? No, there aren't enough to make a cake. Why is there so little money? Isn't there enough? No, there isn't enough to buy the statue. Why are there so few players? Aren't there enough? No, there aren't enough to have a game. Why is there so little space? Isn't there enough? No, there isn't enough to put the furniture. Why is there so little clean air? Isn't there enough? No, there isn't enough to breathe. 7.4. Vocabulary. Abstract, countable, and uncountable. Sugar in the tea. Dust on the table. Sand on the beach. Stars in the sky. People in the city. Pictures in the album. Trees in the yard. Mushrooms in the forest. Rice in the pot. Waves on the ocean. Freedom in the country. Ideas in my head. Problems in my life. Lesson 7.4, Answers. There are really a lot of people in the city. Yeah, the city sure has a lot of people in it. There's really a lot of sugar in the tea. Yeah, the tea sure has a lot of sugar in it. There are really a lot of stars in the sky. Yeah, the sky sure has a lot of stars. There's really a lot of dust on the table. Yeah, the table sure has a lot of dust on it. There's really a lot of freedom in the country. Yeah, the country sure has a lot of freedom. Chapter 7, Dialogue. On the phone. Do you have any time to meet me today? No, sorry, I have a lot of things to do. Is there anything you need to do this afternoon? I have to pick up my friend at the airport. How about tomorrow? Tomorrow I have to work all day. I won't have any time to meet you this week. Okay, anyway, I'll try calling you again next week. Take it easy. Chapter 8. Lesson 8.1. Vocabulary. Daily activities. Work. Sleep. Shower. Exercise. Watch TV. Watch the kid. Meet. Talk on the phone. Smoke. Pray. Play the piano. Iron. Stir the stew. Fry the food. Boil the rice. Lesson 8.1, Answers. How long do you work every day? I work for 8 hours. How long does he talk on the phone each time? He talks for 40 minutes. How long do they meet each afternoon? They meet for an hour and a half. How long does she watch the kid each time? She watches the kid for 20 minutes. How long do I fry the food? You fry the food for 2 minutes. How long do we stir the stew? We stir it for 30 seconds. Lesson 8.2, Vocabulary, Continuous Actions. Traveling. Dancing. Living together. Suntanning. Begging. Baking. Barking. Singing. Waiting. Standing. Sitting. Shoveling. Climbing. Jumping. Laughing. Crying. Snoring. Coughing. Lesson 8.2, Answers. How long was she singing last night? She was singing from 6 to 8. How long were they dancing this afternoon? They were dancing from 1 to 2:30 or 1 to 2:30. How long were we baking this morning? We were baking from 9 until now. How long was it barking on Tuesday night? It was barking from 4 to 5. How long were you waiting today? I was waiting from 8:30, 8:30, until 12 or 12 noon. How long were they living together? They were living together from 1997 until 2001. Lesson 8.3, Answers. How do I get from Hong Kong to Shanghai? Take a plane or take the plane. How long does it take to get there? It takes about 2 hours by plane. How do I get from here to downtown? Take a taxi. How long does it take to get there? It takes about 15 minutes by taxi. How do I get from the city to the island? Take a boat. How long does it take to get there? It takes just 45 minutes by boat. How do I get from Surabaya to Jakarta? Take a train or take the train. How long does it take to get there? It takes just over 11 hours by train. How do I get from her house to work? Take the subway. How long does it take to get there? It takes just under an hour by subway. How do I get from my place to the museum? Take a bike or take your bike. How long does it take to get there? It takes about half an hour by bike. Lesson 8.4, Vocabulary. Things that last. The movie. The play. The TV show. The lecture. The sermon. The presentation. The friendship. The marriage. The conversation. The argument. The smell. The noise. The flavor. The headache. The cold. The pain. The fever. Lesson 8.4, Answers. How long did the smell last? It lasted 4 hours. How long did the argument last? It lasted 20 minutes. How long did their friendship last? It lasted 50 years. How long did the lecture last? It lasted 1.5 hours. How long did her fever last? It lasted 10 days. How long did their marriage last? It lasted 2 years. Chapter 8, Dialogue. How long does it take to get to the subway from here? It takes 10 minutes on foot. That's too long. I'm in a big hurry. Well, you can take a taxi over there. How much is a taxi from here? Costs about $5. That's too much. How long do I have to wait? Well, it might take you 15 minutes to get a taxi. That's not worth it. I'll run.